Today the topic of our discussion is related to the topic of tense, or we started the present tense in the previous class or in the previous lecture. Now today we are going to discuss present continuous tense and its various usages as well, that how to use and where to use. Second number in the present tense is a present continuous tense. Now we have to see the meaning of this term and various usages as well. The word continuous represents the continuity of any action. The word continuous in the present continuous tense denotes continuity of actions or work or different type of activities that we do. Present continuous shows or express, we can say, or we can explain in this way as well, the different usages after defining the very definition of present continuous tense, that what actually this word or the term represents here. And I told you that the word continuous in the present continuous represents the continuity of an action. Continuity of actions represent that any work is continued or is ongoing. So whenever you are in the middle of an action, you have to use present continuous tense at that time. Now we have to see the multiple usages of present continuous tense, that how and where do we use present continuous tense, and for what purposes do we use present continuous tense. Now we have to see usages of present continuous tense. Number one usage of present continuous tense is to express or shows any action that is going on. Or we can say, in other words, someone is in the middle of action. Or we can define this in other way as well. Something is happening now. So first usage of present continuous tense is that whenever any action is going on, or someone is in the middle of that action, or some activities or actions are happening at that time. In that condition, we can use present continuous tense. Whenever you haven't completed your action, but you are still in the middle of those actions, and the activities are in the middle of that particular work, at that time you can use the present continuous tense. It represents the continuity of actions in the work. Another usage of present continuous tense is, or before going into the detail, I should give you an example here. That, for example, if I say I am delivering a lecture, this sentence denotes that someone is in the middle of action, or someone is in the middle of lecture, or lecture is continuing or proceeding. Lecture is still not completed, but the teacher is still in the middle of that activity, or still is engaged in that activity. He is continuing that activity. At that time, we can use present continuous tense. Whenever you are in the middle of particular action, at that time we have to use present continuous tense. Now we can go forward. Another, we have to see another usage of present continuous tense, that where do we use present continuous tense to represent temporary actions, those actions that are not permanent. Whenever you want to represent, whenever you want to point out, whenever you want to express those actions that are not permanent, at that time you can use present continuous tense. For example, Ali is working in university for 6 months project. This example represents that the job of the Ali, the very nature of the Ali's job is not permanent. He is working for just 6 months. So it represents the nature of the things that are not permanent, but it represents that the things are temporary. They are for short period of time. They are not for long period of the time. So you have to use present continuous tense at that time. For example, if I give you another example, for example, Amna is living in the flat for her study purpose for 2 years. Again, in this example, you can see that Amna's present condition is not permanent, but she lives in the very flat for a short period of time for a temporary purpose, and her purpose is just to live in that particular flat for 2 years for the study purpose. So we can say we have to use present continuous tense whenever we want to represent or show the temporary nature of actions or the things. Then third usage of present continuous tense is it is used to show that we are in the middle of something or some action, but not actually doing it at the moment of speaking. This represents that when you are in the middle of certain activity or you are in the middle of any work, but you are not doing that work or that particular activity at the time when you are speaking. For example, if I say, I am reading Burnt Shadows book of Kamila Shamsi. Now you can see that I am in the middle of this activity. From this example, you can see that someone is in the middle of reading, but whenever he or she is talking about that activity, it doesn't mean that he or she is doing that particular type of work at the time of speaking. So it is not necessary that whenever you are talking about anything, you are doing that particular action or work at the time of speaking. For example, if I say I am teaching at University of St. Jamshoro, it doesn't mean that each and every time I teach at university, I give this type of example to other people as well in my daily life. So we cannot say that whenever you are speaking about particular action or the work, it is necessary that you are in that particular activity at that time of speaking, but you are just speaking about that activity and are not in the middle of that particular work at the time of speaking. We have another usage of present continuous tense, that is fourth one usage. Any action, present continuous tense is used to represent any action that has already been arranged to take place in the near future. When you have decided something or arranged something already for the near future, at that time you have to use present continuous tense, and you are also sure about that particular particular activity as well. So in order to express that thing, we can use present continuous tense. For example, I am going Karachi tonight. So tonight is the nearest time in the future, and we have decided, someone has decided that they will go for the visit of Karachi tonight in the very near future. So, in order to express those actions or activities that people arrange for their near future, we have to use present continuous tense. So, these are the multiple usages of present continuous tense. How do we use present continuous tense, and in what conditions do we use present continuous tense? And there are auxiliary verbs are helping verbs in the present continuous tense. And those auxiliary verbs are is, am, are, and they have particular usages. They have particular usages according to their nature. Before going into the detail of these things, I would like to show you one of the one to two pictures as well, where present continuous tense is represented and different type of examples are also given. So we should go for those pictures now. So this is the number one picture here. You can see in this picture it is written at the very top, uh, present continuous tense, and then the formula to make the sentences of present continuous tense is also depicted here. And there is one circle, and that circle is divided into four parts, and each of the part represents the different usage of present continuous tense in different situations. And outside of these four parts of this circle, examples are also given that in that part, in the particular condition, how you can use the present continuous tense. Now you can see in the very starting, in the first one part of this circle, it is written we can use to explain the idea that something is happening now at this moment. So this is the first usage of the present continuous tense, that you can use present continuous tense uh, mm, at the time in order to represent any action that is happening now, that is happening in the current situation, or you are in the middle of any action, you are doing something at that time, you have to use present continuous tense. And examples are also given here outside of this part, or this part of the circle is, we are learning English now. So it represents that you are in the middle of certain activity, You haven't completed that activity still, but you are going on with that activity. My mother is cooking dinner in the kitchen at this time. So at this time, mother is busy in the kitchen for making her for cooking the dinner. So she is still in the kitchen. She hasn't done her or she hasn't completed her task of cooking. The gardener is working in the garden at present. Again, in the third example, you can see that someone is the gardener is still working in the garden. So, in order to represent those actions and the deeds are the works that are happening now at the moment whenever we are speaking are considered as the present continuous tense, as a part of the present continuous tense. Another usage is we can use to express longer actions not at this moment but in progress. I told you that there are certain activities are the works that we do in our life, but it is not necessary that whenever we discuss or whenever we point out those activities, we should involve in that particular activity at the time of speaking. But there are certain activities or actions in our life that are in progress, but it is not necessary that whenever we are speaking about those activities we should do all those activities at the time of speaking. So same is written in the second part of this circle, or the second usage of present continuous tense. It is that longer actions not that doesn't take place at the moment but in the progress. For example, here the examples are given. She is studying to become a science teacher. You can see we cannot say each and every time that I am studying each and every moment in order to become a science teacher. But I'm studying the work or the job or the activity is continue are in the progress. Number second example of this is we are working on a new project. So it is another example as well that someone is working in the on the new project, but it is not necessary they are still in the doing that particular job at that particular time of speaking. I'm learning to play guitar. Again, someone is still in the process of learning, but it is not necessary that this playing of guitar is done at the time whenever anyone speaks about that particular activity. For example, if we give examples in our daily life as that I'm going to center nowadays, or I'm taking tuition nowadays. From this example again, you can guess that some activity or someone is involved in particular type of the work, but he or she is not doing that particular type of the work each and every time. They are in the middle of that particular activity, but not at the time of speaking. So we have third usage of present continuous tense, that is we can use the tenses with always, constantly, forever to describe the idea that something often happens in a negative sense. These are the words that are used in order to give negative type of the idea. For example, always, constantly, in the present continuous tense. So whenever you want to give negative type of idea or whenever you want to negate something at that time, you have to use these words as well in order to show the nature of that particular sentence in the negative way. For example, she is always talking, so it is her habit to talk. She is always talking. These students are constantly complaining about everything. Continuously, these students are continuously complaining about everything. So again, you can get the idea that how these words are giving negation type of idea and the impression as well. So we have fourth one usage in the last one part of the circle, that is we can use to indicate that something will or will not happen in the near future. See, you are starting work tomorrow. You can use present continuous to indicate something will or will not happen in the near future whenever you want to give. assertive type of or whenever you want to give positive type of the idea, or whenever you want to give the negative type of the idea, in both of the conditions you have to use present continuous tense. You are starting work tomorrow, it is a positive type of the sentence where someone is saying that something will happen in the near future. My sister is coming with up to the party tonight. So you can again see that something is already planned there, and something is going to happen as well in the near future. I'm talking to the teacher after this lesson. So these are the different examples, and there are multiple usages as well. Now we have to see another picture as well, and in that picture you will see in this picture you will see the different auxiliary and the helping verbs of the present continuous tense, and how to use these auxiliary and the helping verbs in the different conditions as well. In this picture you can see there are three types of sentences. Assertive or affirmative type of sentence is given in the red color box, and in the second and the green type of box again you can see here the negative type of the sentence is given, and again interrogative type of the sentence is given in the last one box. So here you can see the very formula of making the sentences and how they have used different auxiliary verbs in the present continuous tense as well. In the very starting, the example are the first sentence is also given, that how to make a particular type in the particular type of the sentence in the present continuous tense. You can see here the formula for making the sentence in the present continuous. For example, subject plus these are the helping verb, three helping verbs is mr. We use is for uh, those things are those names that are singular. M is used with the I, and R is used with the plural type of the sentences or plural names. Whenever you want to give plural type of idea, that time we have to use R. Then we have to use first form of verb along with ing form or ing form. It is necessary that in present continuous tense you have to attach ing form with the verb, with the first form of the verb. So this is the very formula of present continuous tense, how to make a sentence. For example, here it is example. It is written, he is playing football. He here is the subject. Is used because subject is a singular one. So singular helping verb is used here. Play is the first form of the verb, and ing is used with the present continuous tense. So we have attached the ing form with the first form of the verb, and football is the object. So it shows that the nature of the sentence represents that someone is still in the activity of playing football, and it gives a positive type of the idea. Assertive and affirmative type of the sentence is this. In the second box or in the second sentence, negation or negative type of the sentence is given there. And again, you can see the formula in the very starting, that the subject plus we have to use in the very starting subject. After that, we have to use any of the auxiliary verb that is suitable along with the subject, and then we have to use the not word along with the verb, and verb should be in the first form, that should be that should take ing form with itself. So in order to show the negative type of the nature of any sentence, we have to use the word not here. How you can make negative type of or a negation type of the sentences here? Whenever you will attach the not word in front of verb or before the verb, at that time we will get the negative or negation type of the sentence. Now again you can see here, he is the singular subject. So singular subject takes the singular verb is. He is not. Not, we have used the not word in order to represent the negation of any sentence. He is not playing football. So we have gave the idea of the negation here, how to make a negative type of the sentence. Now we have the third one example, or the third one, last one box, where we can say interrogative type of the sentence. In this type of the sentence, question is asked. So you have to change the setting of the formula, because now we can see we have put or kept the auxiliary verbs in front of the subject verb. But in previous two examples we saw that auxiliary verbs were used after the subject. But in the case of the negation type, in the case of the interrogative type of the sentences, we have to keep the auxiliary verbs before the subject verb, are in front of the subject verb. So you can see here how the sentence is made. Now we can see the formula of making a sentence in the present continuous tense here. That is, are helping verbs are kept before the subject, and after the subject again we have verb, and that should be in the uh, that should be in the first form, and that first form takes ing form, and after ing form we have to attach, we have to write down the question mark as well. And it is necessary that whenever you want to show interrogative type of sentence, at that time you have to write down the question mark and the end of the sentence as well. So you can see here it is written, or it is the sentence shows that the helping verb is used before the subject. Is the helping verb, he is the subject. So before the subject, uh, before the subject is our auxiliary verb is used there. After that, play is the first form, in is used along with the first form, and after this verb we have object, and after the object in the last, the question mark is also used in order to represent the interrogative type of the sentence, that someone is asking particular type of the sentence. So you can see here that how do we use different type of auxiliary verbs in order to represent a different type of the nature of the sentences. So you can understand these things from all of this explanation as well. Now we have to move forward, and we have to see another video as well, how to use and where to use different where to use present continuous tense and what are its particular usages as well. So you can see this video, and you can clarify your ideas as well further in the detail.
Welcome to English Grammar Spot. This lesson is about the present continuous. I'm going to show you how to form a present continuous and when to use a present continuous. But before we get started, it's good to know how to conjugate the verb to be. The singular forms are I am, you are, he is, she is, it is. The plural forms are we are, you are, they are. It's also good to know that when I say a vowel, I mean A, E, I, O, U. When I say a consonant, I mean all the other letters in the alphabet. Now let's get started. Look at these sentences. I am talking on the phone. We are cooking dinner. Both these sentences are in the present continuous tense. How do we form a present continuous? First and foremost, we need the auxiliary verb to be, the infinitive form of the verb, and ing. Take a look at the examples. I am working late. You are talking too fast. He is watching television. She is walking to school. It is raining. For the plural forms, we do exactly the same. We are singing a song. You are doing your homework. They are looking for a hotel. Now we need to pay extra attention to verbs that end in an E, such as take and make. These verbs drop their E. Take a look at the examples. I am taking the bus to school. He is making dinner. We also need to pay attention to verbs that have one syllable, end in a consonant, and are preceded by a vowel, because they double the consonant. For example, these verbs are sit, get, and run. Take a look at the sentences. I'm sitting outside. You are running fast. It is getting late. We are letting ourselves go. They are swimming in the river. Please note that these verbs have doubled their consonant. Now let's have a look at the present continuous in questions. We need the auxiliary verb to be, a verb, and ing. For example, am I getting close? Are you running late? Is he taking a bus? Is she playing tennis? Is it snowing? And for the plural forms, are we going in the right direction? Are you arriving by ferry? Are they eating their lunch? Let's have a look at present continuous in negations. Again, we use the auxiliary verb to be and we add not. We use the infinitive form of the verb and ing. I'm not waiting for you. You aren't looking for me. He isn't sleeping late. She isn't talking on the phone. It isn't freezing. For the plural forms, we do the same. We aren't putting up a tent. You aren't speaking at the same time. They aren't cutting paper. Now we're going to take a closer look at when to use a present continuous. We use the present continuous for things that are happening right now. So if you look around you or maybe out of your window, you see all kinds of things going on. Examples are, I'm watching television at the moment. It is raining right now. Look, they're swimming in the river. We also use the present continuous for plans in the near future. For example, I am flying to Dubai next week. He is meeting her at the airport in an hour. Are they moving this weekend? I thank you for your attention. For regular updates, please subscribe to youtube.com.
So you have saw the video as well how to use and where to use present continuous tense and in which conditions and tense sentences, and how to make different type of sentences as well. Now we have the last one topic, that is third one part of the present tense, that is the present perfect tense. We have to discuss now the various usages of present perfect tense along with multiple examples, and how do we use present continuous tense in different situations. Number third one is, now we have present perfect tense. Perfect. Now you can see the word perfect means something. The word perfect represents that something is completed, some activity, actions are completed. We use present perfect tense to indicate those activities which are recently or immediately completed in the past. Present perfect tense is used for those type of the activities that are recently completed in the past or immediately completed in the past. And there are other multiple usages of present perfect tense as well. In the very starting, you have to see the definition of the present perfect tense. That present perfect tense represent the completeness of any activity or any work or any state. But that particular work is completed in the is completely recently in the past. Now we have to see the usages of present perfect tense.